Hello everyone, and welcome back to the Stellaris modding tutorial series. And it's been a minute, but we're hopefully going to get back into these short little tutorials. And today we're doing archaeology projects. Right, let's get started. Before we begin, we'll be using the same mod, the Advanced Solar System modding that we made in the last 3 tutorials. And under Common, we need a new folder, and it will be Archeological Site Types, and you can just Control C that. New folder, Archeological Site Types. You can do new, text document, administrative types, advanced SSM for solar system modding. And we will need events, but we already have an events folder, and I'm just going to use the same file for that. So now we can just open it all up in VS Code. Okay, so now that that is all done, in the file we created, the Archeological Site Advanced SSM.txt, I've created a very simple archaeology site. So the Advanced Solar System dig site, this is the opening part of the file that just tells the game this is a new dig site. This is also your localization key for the title. Desc is the localization key for the dig site description. I suggest you take this, Control C, Control V, and underscore desc, just to keep everything organized. Picture. This can be any event picture, and I believe those are stored at Stellaris, GFX, event pictures. And any of these event pictures you could just right click it, change name, Control C, and then take this part out and Control V, but I want to leave it as the AI planet. So I'm just going to do that, but that would just be how you can quickly change out whatever event pictures. Stages 3, and that's what these 3 are. You have to have the same number of stages as you do stages to find, and well, that's pretty straightforward, otherwise it's not going to work. Max instances is how many times can this dig site be spawned in the galaxy. And then there's a few little things. So allow, this is how can the dig site be progressed. So for all defaults dig sites, it'll be a science ship and a leader on that science ship. So I guess you could change it around, but for now we're just going to leave it as it is. Visible, this is whether or not this dig site will be available. Another block is potential, and this can be host has DLC, and we could do like let's say apocalypse, but I think we'll just leave it. I think I'm just gonna block it out because we're not gonna really mess with that. Yeah, so stages, they've just got 3 parts to them. Difficulty, and it's just how difficult this stage is. Higher level scientists are going to have an easier time with lower level difficulty, and lower level scientists are going to have a higher level difficulty. I'm not really sure how that all works. The whole system seems to just be like a jumble of math that I can't wrap my head around, but the developers know what they're doing. Icon, these are like little runes that will show up on your archaeology site, and they're defined at Stellaris, GFX, interface, archaeology, runes, and you can select any that you want, or you can make your own if you so desire, but we're not going to talk about that today. And then every stage has an event, and we will go over those in a little bit. I've already made some events, but basically you have to have a fleet event that can be triggered once the stage is complete. And since we have 3 stages, that's going to happen 3 times. And this is just on roll failed, so when the roll so every 70 days is an ArcSite roll. The game will roll some numbers and do a bunch of math. This just decides like, hey, you failed and you lost some progress, or hey, you failed, but here's some progress that you've made. It increases the chance to succeed. I don't know how it all works. This is just a bunch of math that decides whether you make it to the next stage or not, or if you have to keep rolling. But that's the very basics, and we'll move on to events in a moment. Here we are in events, and all three of these events are identical. But and I've gone over a lot of the basics of events in other modding tutorials, but we'll go through a lot of things quickly. So all these events are fleet events, because a science ship on itself is just a ship, but whenever it's like fleets and ship events kind of work differently. They mean different things, but for now, just all you need to know is that all archaeological sites need to be fleet events. ID, this is just the unique ID for this event. Is triggered only? Yes, always put this in every event, because otherwise it'll be triggered every game day or every tick, and that's not something we want. Picture and show sound, these just are the nice little things. Title and descriptor, these are your localization keys that will show up. But the two different things are archaeology. Yes, this sets the type of event window. If you didn't know, there's different event windows in Stellaris. There's one for leaders, or there's a couple for leader events. There's archaeology, there's diplomatic ones. Even like whenever you get in contact with a with another empire, or just a default empire, that's actually an event window type. I don't know exactly what it is. I haven't delved into that stuff, but for now, all you need to know is that this is an archaeology. This sets it to an archaeology type event, and location is from. The scopes are interesting to deal with, but all you need to know is that from is your archaeology site. Immediate is a set of code that runs as soon as the event fires. So immediate set event site progress, or from, so back to the arc site, set progress locked yes, and this will stop the event from progressing until you deal with this event. So this will stop the archaeology site from progressing. Your option, and here you can do things like give rewards for the site progressed, or you can just do different things, but I think we'll just leave these ones blank for now. And then after is a set of code that fires after the option is hit and the event is done. So these all three are identical, and you don't need to do anything special for the Fleet Event 3. We'll do something special in another episode, but for now, that should cover everything for the Fleet Event. So the last thing we need before we can test out this archaeological site is a way to create it on command. So I've decided to take the anomaly completed event from way back when, but instead of spawning a special project, it's going to create our arc site. So under the option, there's a hidden effect, and this is just a line of code that will run when you click this option. Event target, advanced solar system anomaly target. That's just the machine world we created in the solar system initializer and gave it that event target. And from that scope, it will create an archaeological site, and then you just take the name of your dig site, which is up here, and you put it there. And when this event is run, it should create the archaeological dig site. So yeah, let's see it in game. We'll do instant move and instant survey. Solar system. cautious.
System survey complete.
And there's our anomaly. First things first, I'm going to need to make sure that all these stars are explored so we can actually get a construction ship down. Because you can't actually do archaeological sites that aren't in your empire. There we go. Then excavate site. And as you can see, we still have our descriptors and all that. So I'm just going to let the game run at full speed. And there you can see we had a breakthrough, and that will, yeah, that'll trigger to the next site. So it's frozen until we can hit this button and will allow us to continue. Now, fortunately, we don't actually have to sit here and test every single event. We can just select the planet and do finish arc stage, and that will launch us into the next arc stage. And then we can come back, finish arc stage. And that's the end of our archaeological site. Yeah, so I'm gonna nice it up a little bit, and we've got a little more work to do, but that's just the basics. One of the nice things about using the VS Code extension for, I want to say it's, see, this one, is that you can click this little light bulb, YML for this file, and then just put there. So advanced solar system dig site, so we'll say abandoned machine world. I'm not sure what AMS2 is. Oh, it's an anomaly mod, so we don't have to. This one is, so see, dig site. And then we'll split these up by their events. And this should, I think this should actually be in parentheses. Yes. We have detected a massive EM spike from beneath the abandoned machine. I think I'm just gonna throw a bunch of stuff together and we'll just show the localization later. But yeah, that's basically, you can fill this in with whatever you want, and I'll do that real quick. And that should be everything we need for localization modding. But the other nice thing you can do is in the options, you can add resources like little rewards for completing the arc site. So owner and add resource, and this can be any resources you want. This could be SR dark matter, you could do living metal, but we'll just keep it as engineering research and minor artifacts. So let's see if these little niceties made it into the game. So we just finished the anomaly, and once we click this, create abandoned machine world archaeological site at Asher 4.
System survey complete.
And once we build this, oh, excuse me,
Construction.
that, excavate site, and all the localization is done. We have detected a massive aim spike from beneath an abandoned machine cityscape. And if we just finish arc site, we have pinpointed the heart of the EMP spike to a tower of one of the major districts. However, it is sealed tightly, but our research team is working hard to find a way in. And there we go, 500 engineering research and 25 minor artifacts. So if we do this again, oh, that's 'cause we're
Situation log updated.
see the well. Our team has found a deep cavern, which we have dubbed the well. We have scanned several large chambers branching off from the main cavern, but are unable to get a reading on the bottom, suggesting that this cavern goes down for kilometers.
Ready.
Our team is attempting to navigate several drones into the various chambers of the well. Keep at it. And then just one more. Not sure why it was working a moment ago. Alright, we'll just do it ourselves. Let's see, finish arc stage, and it's 219. I guess it just really wants to. Guess it wants to just do that then. We'll let it do it then. But yeah, as you can see, it's working pretty well. And that is how you add your own arc sites to the game. So yeah, that's how you add your own archaeology sites to Stellaris. I hope that this tutorial was helpful. It is a little bit of a chunkier topic. I see this video is already running into 18 minutes, but hopefully you'll have everything you need to add your own. Alright, cool. Thank you for watching.